Hey, here with me again. And it's raining. But this time I'm leaving work instead of arriving at work. Anyway, this comes after the video I recorded, and you'll find out that I fucked up. Anyway, see you at home. Good morning, YouTube. Been a while. Finally got out today because it's a little slightly cooler. We have some rain coming in the next day or so. Thought I'd get out. It's just been a little too hot for me. Anyway, today's video is about why BMW. Why? Why would you buy a BMW? What would be some of the reasons? All right, let's jump right in here. Let's start with cohesiveness. BMW, you know, the German aesthetic, they tend to design their stuff to work together well. There really aren't too many shortcomings. They want everything to work together well and be competent in a sense. So, you know, they brake well, they go well enough, they handle well. They want a balanced package. You know, in terms of function, for the most part, there's not a lot you're gonna have to do to them. You know, as opposed to some other bikes, you know, that prize form over function. You know, the German mentality is the opposite. It's always function over form. So there's that. And then next is cohesiveness and competence, actually. And I guess that's a extension of cohesive competence. They just want everything to work well. Again, you know, are we into having to improve things? Do you have to change the shocks out? Do you have to put a stage 1 on it? No, not usually. There were some models that had some misfires years and years ago, and some people used an air temp spoofer to kind of fix it, or an O2 sensor spoofer actually works better. Well, for the most part, it's not going to be a problem. So what's another reason why you might buy a BMW? Uniqueness. Not everybody has one, you know? If you're into being, you know, more of an individual, if you will, actually, and you don't want to run with the crowd, you know, maybe a BMW is a good option. Not everybody has one. You know, the same thing could be said for Ducati, Moto Guzzi. I'm trying to think of some of the other brands out there that are probably unique and less popular. To some extent, maybe Triumph, you know. But BMW is definitely different, you know. So if you want something unique, I think BMW might be right for you. BMW is also great for tall folks. You know, I'm very tall, and even at my height, though, I've had to make some adjustments to my current ride with bar risers and foot peg lowering kit. But had I got something like a GSA, it pretty much would have worked out of the box for me. But BMW really suits tall folks well. And you have that, you know. And to be honest, you know, when I went to Germany once, I was in Bavaria, and I wasn't really tall, you know. So maybe that explains why the bikes have the ergonomics. And then there's support. BMW, they have decent aftermarket support, certainly not as good as Harley Davidson. But in terms of factory parts, they have very good support. You can go to a dealership like Max BMW or A&S and look up on the parts fiche, and you can see parts that you can literally order from the dealer from 40 plus years ago. Can't do that with Japanese bikes, I don't think, and you can't really do that with Harley Davidson either. So there's that. So those are 5 reasons why you might be interested in buying a BMW. Why BMW? I can tell you from owning one, they do work very well. It was one of the surprising things for me. I came from cruisers before this. I owned a couple Vulcans, and one of them was a much heavier bike than 1600 Nomad, a lot like a Road King. And when I test rode this bike, I was just kind of like, wow, it's almost 250 pounds lighter. More power, ABS, cruise, stops a hell of a lot better. BMW has, at least the models up until this year, use partial integral ABS, meaning if you use the front brakes, it's both front and rear proportion, full power. The rear brakes are just the rear. So they're really great for low-speed maneuvering. You can use the rear brake and it'll just use the rear brake. And if you need to stop, you grab the front and it's going to stop really well. It saved my bacon probably more than once. Anyway, that's really about it in terms of why BMW. Next up, why not BMW?
I'm a network monkey, just an IT junkie. I swing from node to node, network until my brain implodes. I get paid a little, I get pushed, trying